Beet juice is hard to swallow and an acquired taste, but the promise of better oxygen supply, improved stamina are reason enough to make you grin and bear it. Unfortunately, the risk of developing kidney stones due to the high oxalate content of beetroots, and the possibility of stomach upsets, or unsafe dips in blood pressure can be off-putting. Side effects of beetroot juice: kidney stones, colored urine and bowel movements, unsafe dips in blood pressure, stomach upset, spike up blood sugar levels. Beetroot juices are a popular addition to juice bars and spa menus, with the promise of helping your digestion, boosting endurance, and even lowering blood pressure. Whatever your motivations for having this deep red juice, you'd be wise to monitor just how much you're having. As it turns out, despite beet's numerous benefits, there can be too much of a good thing. Here's side effects of beetroot juice you must watch out for. Number 1. Unsafe dips in blood pressure. Beet juice can lower your blood pressure, which is good news if you're trying to keep it in check. However, if you combine regular intake of beet juice with other medication that lowers blood pressure, including drugs like Viagra, it may cause your blood pressure to dip unsafely. Added to that, extended vasodilation and overconsumption of vasodilating substances could even result in cardiovascular problems. The drop in blood pressure and the cardiovascular collapse may even be followed by the person going into a coma. If unchecked, this could be fatal. While research has centered around synthetic vasodilators, you may want to be careful until further study is done on the effect prolonged use of beet juice. Number 2. Stomach upset. Beetroot juice, when consumed in very large serving sizes in one go, can leave you with an upset stomach. Some suggest you try and stick to consuming 0.51 ounces of the juice at first, combined with other juices so that your body learns to adjust to it. There have also been reports of gastrointestinal illness linked to raw beetroot consumption. The fructans, a form of short-chain carbohydrates, can be problematic for those with a sensitive gut, including people with irritable bowel syndrome. Number 3. Sugar high. There's no getting around the sugar content in beetroots and beet juice. A 100 grams serving of raw beets has nearly 7 grams of sugar. Assuming you make a serving of juice using just this amount of beets, that's a hefty amount of simple sugars you're getting. However, it is prudent to note that while its glycemic index is around 64, medium on the scale, its glycemic load, which measures the actual effect of a food on your body's blood sugar, which factors in the carb content as well, is just 5, considered low. In other words, you can safely consume beetroot juice provided it has no added sugars, even if you're watching your sugar intake. Just be sure you balance it out with other foods and keep total sugar and carb intake for the day within prescribed limits for your health profile. Number 4. Colored urine and stool. Also known as beeturia, this phenomenon sees your body produce pink or red-colored urine. For some, their stool may also be this alarming color and can be easily mistaken for blood in the stool or urine. While alarming, this isn't a cause for concern and is usually harmless. The dark-colored betanin pigment responsible for this trademark reddish-pink hue of the beetroot merely color your urine and stools. This condition should pass in 48 hours or less, and stools and urine after this should return to their normal color once you stop consumption of beet juice or beets. Anything beyond this 48-hour timeline may need to be investigated by a medical professional. And number 5. Blood pressure regulation issues. Prolonged intake of vasodilators may cause your body to eventually stop producing nitric oxide, according to some theories. If this is true, then in the absence of a natural blood pressure regulating mechanism, you open yourself up to the risk of high blood pressure in the long run. There is a divided view on whether or not the quantity you get from beets is enough to get you in trouble. But to err on the side of caution, side with the experts who warn that while natural nitrates are certainly safer than synthetic nitrates, having too much of these too could prove harmful. Stick to 8 ounces per serving 3 times a week. Nutritionists suggest keeping intake to under 8 ounces a serving, taken no more than thrice a week. That's the equivalent of about 2 beets run through your juicer for each serving. If you find the flavor off-putting, combine beet juice with other sweeter or palate-pleasing fruit like oranges or apples. According to some health gurus, you can have beet juice daily without a problem. But the reality is you need to consult with your doctor before taking such large quantities of the juice. If you are already on blood pressure-lowering medication, this could jeopardize your health. Be sure that there will be no adverse reactions or side effects based on your medical history and other drugs you may be taking. And do not use this as a substitute for your prescribed medication without first checking with your doctor.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.